As we make our way into 2023, these are the 5 things that I believe will be the catalyst to Veve really blowing up. Number 1 is localization. I have mentioned this before, but I believe that localization will be the sleeper catalyst on the Veve app. Let's take a moment to look at the most popular languages in the world. So number 1, the most spoken language in the world is English, with about 1.1 billion speakers. Number 2 is Mandarin at 1.1 billion, followed by number 3 with Hindi at 615 million speakers. And then we have Spanish at 534 million. And then we move down the list and we have 125 million Japanese speakers. With the thousands of different languages all around the world, we only need a fraction of a percent of each one for the Veve market to really get decimated. I know it's difficult to see that many people joining Veve, but I have seen this before in the physical collecting space. It's very important to remember that the top grossing media franchises of all time don't even originate from English-speaking countries. For example, we know that Pokemon originated in Japan, originally as Pocket Monster, till it was made popular worldwide when it came to North America as Pokemon. And then we have Hello Kitty, which was also created in Japan. They created this to be British, as Japan was obsessed with foreign countries at this point in time. And then moving on to number 6, we also have Anpan Man, who is extremely popular in Japan, but people in North America may have never even heard of him. So my point to all this is that some of the top grossing media franchises of all time don't even originate from English-speaking countries. So I wanted to use this to nail down my point that we should never underestimate localization. So moving into number 4 is the OMI token utility. So last month, we got a full breakdown of the OMI utility program. So everything that was talked about, I'll leave in the description below as the first 2 links, the video and the website that you can use to look at everything that was talked about. Now, I know a lot of people haven't had a chance to read the article, and if you have had a chance to read the article, some of you may not understand it. But there's a lot of amazing things in it that when delivered will make the OMI token price go crazy. I believe that when this happens, the price of Veve collectibles will move alongside the OMI price. So the main thing that I'm looking forward to the most in this program is staking. So what this is locking away a set amount of tokens for a duration of time in order to get benefits. You don't lose these tokens, but you can't sell or trade them during the duration that these tokens are locked up. The perks that Veve have added with the gold, silver, and bronze tickets make this program a lot more appealing than the first iteration of the OUP. The beauty of staking is that also these tokens that are locked away can't be traded on the open market, also known as the circulating supply. This is a fairly common thing in the crypto world, but seeing as how staking may be a new term to a lot of Veve users, I believe that Veve will make it extremely easy to buy, sell, and stake OMI when that does come inside the app or on the web browser. This gives collectors on the app that stake at a certain tier really rare collectibles, the tickets for rewards that you can also redeem for land, and also lowering marketplace fees. This is huge for people that spend a lot of time buying stuff off the marketplace. Those fees slowly add up. The staking program itself adds on another layer of gamification. And we know that when the VeVeVerse rolls out, there will also be a ton of perks related to the VeVeVerse through the staking program. It is really cool to see eComi utilize the OMI token for other games that they're releasing as well. For example, Tengoku, a side-scroller hack-and-slash game that was unveiled at DCon this year. It was also revealed that the game itself would burn OMI tokens the more people played it. This is just one of the many things that are coming to create a use case for the OMI token. So if you take a step back and you look at what Veve and eComi are building for the future, it's really exciting to see them build an ecosystem for Veve, the VeVeVerse, and the OMI token. So moving on to number 3 is OMI to NFT. 2 years later, I still believe that OMI/crypto to NFT will be a massive catalyst for the Veve app. There's a lot of people that want to buy things on the app, but they won't be loading $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 on their credit card in order to buy gems on the app. I believe that OMI to NFT becomes even more crazy when we enter the next bull run. We saw what the app did with just a couple $1 million during the January bull run. Whether you believe that it was manipulation or not, the fact still stands that it doesn't take that much liquidity to move some of these prices in the marketplace to something ridiculous, especially on some of these rare collectibles. It may be a little hard to imagine today at these prices, but I've seen it time and time again in the collectible space. But it's also hard to imagine that Walt only 11 months ago was sitting at $50,000 when in the marketplace today, it's sitting at 2.5K. But I believe that during the next bull run, there is a lot of smart people that invested in the right token or the right project, and they will have more money than they know what to do with in crypto. I play a lot of mobile gadget games, and I've spent a lot of money on things that I don't even own. And so do a lot of kids who play games like Fortnite. They spend a lot of money on things like skins and accessories. The microtransaction space is a ridiculous space. And with OMI to NFT or accessories or tickets, I can see it quickly getting out of hand. As of right now, the microtransaction space is a $34 billion space, and it only continues to grow. I believe that if everything timeline-wise goes well for Veve, a lot of that bull run money will be knocking at the front door of large brands and IP. So moving on to number 2 is the Master Collector program. With next year being a heavy focus on the Master Collector program and rewarding collectors, I'm really excited to see this program fully roll out. Not just with phase 1 and the displaying of points, but a full rollout with rankings, burning, accessories, raffles, trading, and renting. Like in my last video, I believe that this will be the largest catalyst for the Veve app. When people start to see that Veve is rewarding collectors, this is when I believe that we will see the collectors come to the app in full force. As of right now, we have a lot of people on the app that are flipping collectibles like they're flipping OMI in order to make a little bit of profit due to the fact that there isn't any utility or things to do on the app. But I believe if the MCP gives you 10 reasons to hold and not sell your collectibles, that's when we'll see a supply shock in the market and people will want things even more. We should never underestimate the human want for something when it's super scarce and popular and really hard to obtain. I believe that if the Master Collector program is rolled out correctly, it will make it so much more than just a collectibles app. It would bring about the evolution of digital collecting and perhaps change some of the minds of the people that are skeptical about it in the first place, especially since the Veve team put a heavy emphasis on 2023 being the year of the physicals, the combining of physical collectibles and digital collectibles. So moving on to my last one, number 1, should be no surprise to anyone, it's the VeVeVerse. The demo at DCon really wrapped up 2022 for me really well. With that first glimpse of the VeVeVerse, I'm really excited to see what 2023 holds, when we get to see the full version of Veve City, gamification, and all the social aspects of the VeVeVerse start to take shape. It's also really exciting to learn that Veve is delegating the task of building the VeVeVerse to a third-party company. This means that the team itself can focus on things like marketing, onboarding, and the Veve collectibles experience. We got a lot of features unveiled at DCon seemingly out of nowhere, and I expect this to continue into 2023 as we get the unveiling of Veve City and potentially the first couple of games inside the VeVeVerse. So to wrap it all up, I believe that these 5 catalysts will be massive for Veve and the collectibles. If you think about a company like Apple and what they do really well, it's the ability to bring in a consumer and wrap them up into an ecosystem. For example, you need iCloud for storage and backups, and then you want to get AirPods that automatically sync with your iPhone, or any device that's tied to your Apple ID automatically has that synced up with your AirPods. They have features like AirDrop that allow people within that Apple ecosystem to quickly send each other files. So it's really exciting to see OMI and the team follow in Apple's footsteps and create that mini ecosystem themselves. So to tie it all together, localization brings in different parts of the world. With OMI token utility, that brings in a ton of investors and the crypto people. With OMI to NFT and vice versa, this allows for bull market money to flow in and out. And the Master Collector program will bring in collectors and long-term holders when fully rolled out. And the VeVeVerse will be the social hub that brings everything together, from leisure to fun to meetings and business. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and let me know, what are you guys looking forward to the most in 2023? And make sure to check out my last video about why I believe that Veve won't have enough collectibles on the app. And make sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.